You
You're
can't.
making me.
Oh my god. Wait. Okay. So you want to tell them the thing that we're gonna spill?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we told them yesterday. So I'm sorry, Zoil and Jack. This is a repeat story.
Okay, go ahead.
But
I'll allow it.
I don't know if people like realize I've known Rosie for like a long time.
So
Okay.
Cinna is my most dedicated stalker.
That is not true.
Fucking scary.
If anything, you look like a stalker.
Wait, this would be
It's the literal opposite.
Okay. So
The literal opposite.
so.
Bro, I've heard the story already. Come on.
Shut up. Okay, shut up. Listen, so you know, obviously Rosie was working for Miz for like years and stuff like that, and I knew of Rosie a little bit, but this is when I was back like a 20 viewer streamer, and like Miz, you know, the thing happened in 2022.
The cataclysm.
Yes, and I was friends with both Waj and Rosie, so I didn't really know them like a little bit, like only a little bit, and so I DM'd them on Twitter, both. I remember it being like, "Hey, I'm really sorry that the internet is kind of taking it out on you guys," because I knew that they didn't even like live in Austin. So I was like, it kind of sucks that you guys are getting hit with hate and you're not even involved in the situation. Like people are just really shitty. In the messages, the extent of it that I remember is Rosie and I just going, yeah, that sucks, you know, Rosie saying some stuff and then moving on. But what Rosie sends me a bunch of long messages back. I'll let you explain.
So Cinna like also sent long fucking messages.
No, I did.
She actually started with it, but like basically I was just like, yeah, sucks. Thanks for reaching out. Blah blah blah. I was actually going to be coming to Austin like in the next month. That was planned, but I don't know if I will anymore. Lamau.
Yeah.
Wait,
And he said,
you didn't say Lamau.
and he-
No, just about something else.
and he said he was feeling weary about like streamers, right? Which is normal in that situation.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I fuck with streamers.
Right. And so he said he's feeling weary. And I sent like a message back, and I sent it like a really long message. I'm like, you know, I said, not all streamers are like dicks. Like some of us are very normal people. We work normal jobs, you know what I mean? And we're chilling and we're fun. You know, I said, I hope that doesn't like.
I think that's really cool that Cinna reached out to Rosie to try to encourage him to still be around in the streaming space. And Rosie keeping an open mind after going back and forth talking about it.
Change your perspective on streamers. And mind you, he said he was supposed to go to Austin. He was gonna go to he was gonna go to Europe instead. And so I send back a message. I'm like, yeah, most of us aren't like assholes. And I say in the message, I'm like, you know, hopefully someday you'll look back and this will all have panned out. Smiley face. And I put a smiley face. But you guys know me and you know that I get really nervous when I message people. And I thought that the smiley face sounded menacing. So I responded to the message and I said, sorry if this smiley face looks menacing. Didn't mean it to come off like this. Was just trying to explain, like, you know.
I think you might have done more damage to what he thought about streamers.
I know. But so because I said that, you know, we don't speak after that for a year, okay? And Rosie, instead of going to Austin, goes to he goes to Europe, and in his Airbnb in Paris, go ahead.
Outside of it was a building that just said Cinna, like spelled Cinna. So I just took a photo and I sent it to her.
In 2023, in 2020,
Nothing else.
2023, like beginning of 2023.
Yeah. And then she goes, Lamau, I thought that was a typo for a second.
Oh.
I was lagging.
Uh-huh.
And then I just went, Paris, thumbs up. That's it.
And we haven't spoken, okay?
I mean, that does look like a sign from the universe of what is to come, which was Rosie being Cinna's cameraman, which really worked out for the best.
Now, mind you, he also wasn't supposed to stay with us the first time he came to Austin. He was supposed to stay with Cinna. And it was like a whole thing of how he even came to stay with us, which is how me and him even came close, which is how we started working together. And so we were reading this back, and I said, this is actually crazy because that's like weird. It's like trippy.
It's really weird because another thing that chat doesn't really know is when I did end up coming to Austin, I was saying for maybe like 2.5 to 3 years that I was going to be coming. And I always postponed it for some reason. And like, I honestly, towards the end, was not going to go. But Waj is the one that spammed the fuck out of me to the point where he just went, I woke up one day to a message where he's like, so did you book the flight? And I went, no, I will later probably. And he goes, nah, book this one. And he sent me the flight. And I'm like, well, I got to ask Cinna if it's okay to stay with him. He's like, no, don't stay with Cinna, just stay with us. Like, we have a room. And I was like, I think there was Cinna, check if it's okay with her for like the third time. Just make sure it's all good. Triple check. And he did, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, whatever.
Sometimes we just can't ignore the signs from the universe when it's really pushing us to go at a certain direction. And in this case, you could just see how Rosie was. Just experiencing those signs from his friend constantly bugging him to go to Austin, where he eventually starts working with Cinna.
And then, like, if it wasn't for that, I would not have probably hung out with him as much.
And we would have. Isn't that crazy, chat?
Yeah.
Dude, I found that out. But also, you instead of going to Austin, going to
That's why I didn't want to tell the story.
Oh, no, I just looked at it.
because
Yeah,
this
I
guy-
did.
That's so funny that the two in the back ended up falling asleep from their story. Question for you guys. Have you ever experienced the universe showing you a sign of an opportunity that you need to take? Whether the job-related, relationship-related, etc.? And what came out of it after you followed the signs from the universe? I look forward to seeing your comments down below.